Think about the last time you felt truly proud of yourself. Maybe it was passing an exam, changing your body, surviving a hard period, starting something from zero, speaking English when you were nervous. If you look carefully, there's always one thing in common. There was a challenge, something difficult, something uncomfortable, something that could go wrong. No challenge, no story, no growth. But there is a problem. Most of us like the idea of success. We do not like the feeling of challenge. We like results. We avoid the process. So today, I want to talk with you about how to take challenges in a different way. Instead of seeing them as punishment, you can start seeing them as the normal path to any real success, and how you can face challenges without burning out or hating yourself in the process. By the way, if you enjoy using English to build a stronger mind and a better life, you can subscribe and keep these reflections close to your routine. Let us begin. First, what is a challenge? Simply, it is something that you are not sure you can do, requires effort, discomfort, or learning, has a risk of failure, rejection, or frustration. It can be big. Moving to another country, changing careers, starting a business, ending a relationship, going back to study. Or it can be small. Waking up earlier, going to the gym consistently, talking to someone new, recording your first video in English, saying no to something you do not want. Your brain does not really care about the size. It mainly asks, is this safe? Is this comfortable? Is this familiar? If the answer is no, your brain sends you a lot of messages. I am tired. This is not the right time. What if it does not work? I am not ready. Maybe later. So, the first thing to understand is this. Your fear of challenge is not a personal defect. It is biology. Your nervous system wants stability. Success demands instability for a while. Your job is not to destroy fear, but to stop letting fear be the main decision maker. Now let us look at a common mistake. Many people wait to feel ready before taking a challenge. They think, when I feel confident, I will start. When I feel less anxious, I will try. When I have more motivation, I will be consistent. But confidence does not come before the challenge. It is created inside the challenge. You do something hard. You survive. You do it again. Slowly, your brain learns. I can handle this. That is confidence. So if you are waiting to feel ready, you will often wait forever. Real growth is doing things while still feeling unsure. Now another important point. Not every challenge is useful. You do not need to accept every difficulty as if it is sacred. Some challenges are just chaos. For example, staying in a toxic environment thinking it will make you stronger, carrying other people's responsibilities forever, suffering constantly without any learning or possibility of change. We are not talking about that. We are talking about challenges that are connected to a direction you care about, under your control, at least partially, capable of teaching you something valuable. So the question becomes, how do I choose challenges that serve my future, and how do I face them in a healthy way? Let us start with choosing. Instead of thinking, I need to do something impressive, ask, what kind of person do I want to become over the next years? More disciplined, more courageous, more independent, more skilled, more calm. Then ask, what is one challenge I can take now that would train this version of me? If you want to become more disciplined, your challenge might be exercising 3 times a week for 2 months. If you want to become more courageous socially, your challenge might be starting one conversation with a new person every week. If you want to grow in your career, your challenge might be finishing one relevant course and applying what I learn immediately. The challenge is not random. It is a small training program for your future self. Now, how do you face it? Here are some ideas. First idea, break big into small. Your brain panics with huge, vague challenges. Get in shape. Become fluent. Change my life. It does not know what to do today with that, so it freezes. Instead, you need to translate big dreams into small, concrete actions. Get in shape becomes walk 30 minutes 4 times this week. Become fluent becomes spend 15 minutes every day with English, with full attention. Change my life becomes apply for 3 jobs this week. Send an email to this person. Save this small amount of money. Every big success story from the outside looks heroic. From the inside, it was a lot of small, boring steps repeated many times. Second idea, give meaning to your pain. Any challenge will give you some pain, physical pain, mental fatigue, frustration, embarrassment, inconvenience. If you see that pain as pointless, you will escape as fast as possible. But if you see that pain as part of something important, you can accept it. For example, if you go to the gym just to punish yourself, every discomfort feels like torture. If you go with the thought, I am building a stronger body to have more energy and confidence, the same discomfort feels like investment. The pain is similar. The meaning is different. So when you face a challenge, try to finish this sentence. I am willing to feel this discomfort because I want to respect myself, because I want to open new opportunities, because I do not want to be controlled by fear anymore, because future me deserves this effort. Third idea, expect resistance. Many people start a challenge, feel a lot of resistance, and then think, this means it is not for me. No, it means this is how human brains react to change. Expect days when you do not want to continue. Expect moments when your mind creates excuses. Expect times when progress is invisible. If you already expect this, when it arrives, you do not panic. You simply say, ah, here is resistance. I knew you would come. Let us keep going a little more. Fourth idea, use micro-bravery. We often imagine courage as big dramatic acts, but most success comes from small daily courage. Micro-bravery is sending that message even with a little fear, asking that question even if your voice shakes, showing your work even if it is not perfect, speaking English even if your accent is strong. You do not need to be fearless. You need to be brave for 10 seconds. To click send, to say hello, to start. After that, momentum helps. Fifth idea, separate success from perfection. If your definition of success is doing everything perfectly, you will feel like a failure all the time. You will avoid challenges because if I cannot be perfect, why try? A healthier definition is success is progress in the direction I care about. That means if you used to do nothing and now you do a little, that is success. If you used to give up after one mistake and now you continue after the mistake, that is success. If you used to run from any challenge and now you accept one, that is success. Perfection is impossible. Progress is available. Sixth idea. Learn to talk to yourself like a coach, not an enemy. During a challenge, your inner voice matters a lot. If you say, "I am so weak," "I will never change," this is useless. You are hitting yourself while you are already lifting weight. Instead, a good internal voice might say, "This is hard, but normal. I am not where I want to be yet, but I am not where I was. One more repetition. One more day." Not fake positivity, just honest encouragement. Seventh idea. Use feedback, not drama. When a challenge does not go well, many people jump into drama. "I am a failure. Nothing works. I knew it." Instead, ask, "What is this challenge trying to teach me?" Maybe you need a different method. You need more time. You need to rest better. You need to ask for help. You need to adjust the size of the challenge. Failure is a teacher if you are willing to listen. Now let us connect challenge and success more clearly. Imagine success as a mountain. Most people see the top, the body, the money, the career, the fluency, the lifestyle. They see the photos. They want the view. But between you and that top, there is a path. The path is made of challenges. If you hate every stone on the path, you will stop quickly. So you need a new relationship with challenge, not as the thing that blocks my success, but as the thing that builds my success. Challenge is the gym of your character. You do not go to the gym to stay the same. You go to stress your muscles in a controlled way so they become stronger. Life's challenges work in a similar way. If you hide from all stress, you stay weak. If you take too much stress at once, you break. If you take the right amount and recover, you grow. So it is not about loving suffering. It is about respecting what controlled difficulty can do for you. To finish, let us make this very practical. Think of one area of your life where you want more success. It can be health, English, money, relationships, emotional control. Now ask yourself slowly, what is one specific concrete challenge I can take in this area for the next 30 days? Not forever. 30 days. It might be walk or exercise 4 times a week. Speak or write in English every day for 10 minutes. Save a small fixed amount of money each week. Have one honest conversation you have been avoiding. Practice a calm response instead of shouting when triggered. Write it down. Then, under that challenge, write why this matters to me. And be honest. Next, expect resistance. It will come. Plan for it. Decide in advance. When my mind says I do not want to, I will still do at least a small version of the task. Maybe a shorter workout, maybe a shorter study session. Consistency is more important than intensity. And every time you complete one more small step, even if nobody sees it, take 1 second and recognize, I am training myself to be the kind of person who does hard things. That identity is the real success. Because if you become that person, challenges will always exist, but they will no longer decide your life. You will. One challenge accepted. One step taken. One scared action done anyway. That is how you take challenges to get success. Not through magic, through training. Thank you for watching.